I've clearly jinxed myself. It's a cold and wet autumn day on the homestead here, and which is great. It's quite a relief for us with the wildfires that we've been having in Northern California. So it's great to have the rain. It's great to have a little bit of a day off. It's the first real rainy day that we've had that we can justify sitting around and kind of doing nothing for the day. So I thought I would take some time here and talk to you guys about the homestead videos that I'm going to be putting out on the channel. So I've clearly jinxed myself by saying that it was going to be a nice, relaxing Sunday on the homestead. The rains have done me a favor, and they have the water is all going this way, but it's supposed to be going this way, which obviously it's not.
We have this spillway on our property we've been having problems with for years, so we want to dig a pond in this area that you're looking at right now with a channel that bypasses it while it's in development to the left there. The spillway has decided to go back to its original route. As you see here on the right, that's where it's supposed to be. It's going to the left of there. And then down here, it's supposed to be on the far right, but it's going through that culvert like it was doing before.
So we're going to need to reroute that water from there over to here, instead of having a relaxing day while it rains on the homestead. But you know, this is the way that homesteading goes. It's easy to jinx yourself. There's always more to do, and it never works out the way that you hope or plan for it to go. So, yeah, we're just gonna roll with it. No mad, no problem. Just gonna get it done. We're gonna do the good work. We're gonna find little pieces of things that we lost. So that's good. See, it's already turning out better than I thought. Here we go.
The plan here is to clear a channel for the water to go in before I get the water going into that channel. So I'm just going to dig out a small ditch on the line that I need it to be on before I start actually making the water go over there. So I know what you're thinking. Could I possibly find a smaller shovel for this job? But actually, I prefer this old 1966 U.S. military shovel because it allows me to go perpendicular to the handle and also go, you know, like a normal spade. And when I'm in unstable ground or water like this, I can use it kind of as a walking stick or a stabilizing stick without putting my hand in the water. So that's why I've chosen that one. There's a bigger one. It's just not going to be used. The other thing you should know is that we've got these really hard clay soils. What looks like rocks that I'm pulling out of this spillway here, those are actually just really dense clay. And it's got a soft side on it where it's been exposed to a lot of water, so I'm just pulling those out to open up that channel, and then I'll be pounding those in and making them kind of an earthen wall later on in the video. So the first thing that I'm doing here is just trying to get somewhere for that water to go before I try to get it to go there. So I'm working a little bit downstream before, now I'm starting to get the channel opened up. Now I'm just trying to address any of those rifles, any of those rapids that are in there, and get the water to be smoothly flowing. I want it to be digging down, not jumping up like it is right here where I'm digging right now, right? I want that to get smoothed out as much as possible. So as I go putting these clay bricks up on top of the ledge there, I just keep digging out, and then at some point here we're going to have to make the decision to move that water from going to the right of the screen right now all to go to the left, and that's what we're working on right now. So you see those clay bricks coming into play. Thinking, yeah, it's going to keep this from going anywhere, just keep that from going anywhere. You have to make it wider or you have to make it deeper. Doing a little bit of both here. Sexy pants shot, that's right. Is there anything more flattering than rain gear? I think not. But you can see it's already starting to come together here. And while this clay is the bane of my existence for gardening and orcharding and things like that, it's great when it comes to making walls, making dams, making water channels. It is really a nice building material that we have on our property. So now we got the flow going pretty well. That's where it's coming into my ditch, and it's starting to be controlled. Hardly anything going over there to the right. Most of it going the way that I want it to go. Yeah, real low flow here. That's great. We'll be able to patch that up easily in a few minutes. After it gets that clay gets moistened up, we can come back and tamp it down and get that low flow that's coming through there to be controlled. So now moving downstream a little bit here. Need to get these rifles from being as dramatic. They're not helping us keep this in the channel that we want. So we're gonna tamp some of this down, and then we're gonna try to dig some of these areas out just to stop that whitewater from happening. We just want it to flow smoothly down through there. And you can see those two are rocks, but the rest of these pieces, this is all just like clay. Again, just going back up there now that they've settled in a little bit, patting them down, trying to create a wall rather than a stack of clay bricks, trying to get those to merge together now that they've been soaking in a little bit of water. And you can see here on the left where this little pool is, barely any water flowing down in there. Pretty amazed myself that this worked out. I was doubtful that I was going to be able to get this to work. So like I said before, it's got to get deeper or wider. So I'm just making it a little bit wider here so it's not trying to push as much on that wall that I just built. Just going to try to open that up. And you can see there's these big pieces of clay that just hang out in the flow there. The behavior of this clay is bizarre. So anyway, I've had about enough of this. It's time to get back inside and warm up. So here's what it looks like afterwards. And that's what I started with. So getting to that is enough work for today. Let's go inside now. Well, that's Homestead. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Well, I have always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. I've always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well stay. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Welcome to this neighborhood, neighbor. How are you today? Oh my goodness gracious. I need a beer. There is no beer. So, yeah, the tour of the homestead, the introduction to homestead videos have been interrupted. So we're going to have to do that some other day, unfortunately. I apologize. But, this is probably about as good of an introduction to the homestead as you need. Because when you're doing this, you just never know what's going to come up, what's going to get in your way. The best laid plans, etc. And, definitely wasn't what I wanted to do with my day.
but it's what I did do with my day. It's important to do the work. It's important to follow through on these things. So we'll see you next time, neighbor.